Ooh. Not too. The friggin' THX thing. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Or like the Wait, no, those are two different things. The Pixar one is the hoppin' lamp.
There's the Pixar one, and then there's the
THX.
Yeah.
That one.
That one always scared me because I was like, the first time I saw it, I was like, okay, oh my god, cut it out.
I think it's good. We should play that at the beginning of every episode. Bring in THX sound effect. We should make a YouTube poop of the THX sound.
Wait, what?
A YouTube poop. You know what I'm talking about.
No.
Do you have a future in store for you, dog? I got so many things to show you.
Great. Anyways, hey, we're
like
net
you know,
two.
like that, like you know, like when the video is like, you know, it's like Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob and stuff, and he's like, "Sponge boy me Bob." I'll just have to show you after we're done recording. Hi, we're net. This is net 2.
Yeah, this is net 2.
Where it's just the two of us.
Naturally.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So on this installment of Nat 2, Lady Gwynth and Tavamil went to Lady Gwynth's house to get all gussied up for the ball.
Heck yeah.
Tavamil expressed her concerns about not going home and her family being concerned, and Lady Gwynth assuaged them, saying, if you're always scared of things, then you're always gonna be scared of things. Something like that. Said, don't, learn new stuff. It'll all be fine, pretty much. So you went to her house. You got all gussied up. You are currently in the process of still doing that. At least that's where we left off. And you made friends with a rat.
Sweet old little baby rat.
A sweet old little baby rat jumped in your enormous pocket. That happened. And you knocked back a few shots like a champ.
And spilled my life story to Gwynth.
Yeah.
Yep.
All of these things happen. You got 6 hugs.
6 hugs.
6 hugs and 1 group hug.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me not mess it up. And you had some munchies.
And some munchies.
Cool. And then right as you were about to get to the accessorizing, which I know it's a cliffhanger, we shifted over to a different part of Waypoint Town, a seedier part. There's a bridge and then a door on the side of the bridge, and then a password that was involved, and then our friend Fingers, the thief.
I love Fingers,
of
man.
the Thieves Guild, made his way inside and walked to the end of the hallway to a door opposite his door that had a question mark on it, and knocked on the door and asked the individual inside if they were ready for the day. And yeah,
that's where we left off.
They
said, why don't you just come on in here?
So that's where we're gonna take off from here now.
Heck yeah.
So we're in this sort of bizarrely, weirdly, like, not nicely furnished, but not nicely furnished. Like, modestly, but from where he came from, is under a bridge, in just a doorway, dankly lit, all that good stuff. You would have thought, like, tunnel of scary or something. This is much more like someone's normal people hallway. Sort of like dormitory-esque, lots of doors with nicknames on them, presumably. And yes, the one at the end of the hallway just has a question mark on it. Not sure why. I'm going to find out soon. Fingers has just knocked on the door, asked the person inside, are you awake? What's going on? And they have responded. And so Fingers hears the response, sort of raises an eyebrow, and puts his hand on the door handle. It's a shiny, kind of like brassy door handle that's like, by looking at it that it's going to squeak when you turn it. You know what I mean? And he goes to turn the handle, I guess it's a knob then. It's a doorknob. Is the door locked? Because it could be.
No, I don't think it is.
Okay, well that works out. He's gonna put his hand on the doorknob because he doesn't know you. Or at least he is acting as though he's hesitant.
Okay.
As he put, no one can see this except the audience.
Yeah.
So you as audience Shay can see this. He opens the door kind of slowly, and what does he see? What does Fingers see when he opens the door?
He sees Etheod Erkor, a tiefling, sitting on the edge of the bed, and with his head in his hands, rubbing his eyes, kind of like he just woke up. He is 16 years old, and he's rather very tall for his age, and he's very thin. He has dark purple skin with like really choppy black hair, because he cuts his own hair with like a dagger. So like, how accurate can you be, you know? And he has all black eyes, but his horns are missing. And if you were to move his hair out of the way, which he usually pushes to the front, you would see the remnants of his horns, and they look as though they have been chopped off. And yeah, he tends to, he has a tail as well, as most tieflings do, but he tends to hide it, either like in a cloak or in like one of the legs of his trousers or something, so that it's not just like, hey everybody, I got a freaking tail.
I got a tail.
Hello. And I think that he kind of rubs his eyes and he looks up sleepily and he's like, why are you waking me up so early?
So as a little, just so everybody knows what we're seeing here, we got this little guy. We got this big little guy in a pile on the bed. The bed is like a dark wood bed. It's got like dark gray blue like covers on it, and just like a mattress that you know has been used by very many folks to sleep on. The pillow is like one of those like kind of off-white pillows that's like stained everywhere somehow.
Gross.
Yeah. But like, you know, like when something gets stained and then you wash it and the stain's still there, but it's like clean. So it's not like everything smells, everything's above board. It just looks not above board. Yeah. Like it wasn't about it looking nice. There's like a simple little chest at the foot of the bed. And then basically whatever else Etheod, how do you say it? Etheod. Oh, even
I don't even know
easier.
How to say it.
Etheod brought with him to this place.
Okay.
So that just so we can all see what's going on. And there's like candles to light the hallway. And so there's like, or like we'll do oil lamps. That sounds. There's like an oil lamp, and so it's like there is light that is created, and most of it is turning into heat in the middle of the room. So it's like dark, but like, you know, warm, cozy and dark. And just for the sake of everybody understanding, it's about like 4:30, 5 o'clock at this time. So outside,
in the evening. Right?
Yeah, it is. But outside, because you know, sun does stuff in different hemispheres, it is still light outside. Yeah. Just so we're all on the same page about that. So, Fingers opens the door, hears you say what?
Why are you waking me up so early?
What is it that Etheod, was that right? Mm-hmm. Cool. What is it that Etheod is wearing at this moment? Not in a nice, regular way.
He's wearing
freaking
strapping lingerie.
Yeah, he's wearing freaking cat suit or something.
I think because he was sleeping, he's probably just wearing like whatever they give, because they probably give like,
the standard potato sack outfit that you give like a brand new a new hire.
And so I think that he's wearing like what you would wear underneath like the baklava and whatever else that they're required to wear. So it's just like, a t-shirts exist in this universe. A white t-shirt kind of thing.
I know what you mean. Yeah,
and
just
like
the most
comfortable,
comfy thief chic is
he's
what
got little socks on that are a little too big.
Oh, dude, this is a cute guy. Okay, cool. So, he sees you there. Oh, this is also relevant. You said something in your text message to me about what this guy looks like, about his hair covering his cut off horns. Is that, like, how evident from what he looks like right now? What is the perception check I would have to roll to, like, passive perception would be that?
Well,
you set the DC for this.
I like to imagine that there are more than one race who has like all black eyes. Probably like drow elves do, because they live underground, so they have like giant pupils, like stuff like that. So I think that on its own wouldn't be super like, it's a tiefling, it's got weird eyes, Yeah. And I like to imagine that tieflings come in like all different kinds of ways. Like, I know that the typical like D&D 5e way is like either they're like purple skinned or red skinned, whatever, and they have like black hair and all that, which is kind of how I went about it. But I like to imagine that there's like ice tieflings, like, like frost demons and stuff like that.
Yeah, they have many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think that because he always hides his tail, like if he's wearing anything, he will hide it. And he's trained his hair so much that it just like is always that way. I think he would have to roll like, what's a hard DC? Like frigging 15, I guess, for a perception check. Because I don't want to make it too hard. Probably because his hair is like all messed up from sleeping, that it could be like, okay, there's something under there.
So Fingers is gonna roll perception. Oh, good. All right, so you say what you say.
Yeah.
Fingers kind of raises an eyebrow and like sort of walks towards you, not talking at all.
Okay.
So just so you can kind of get a view of what we're looking at right now. Fingers is in just a standard like Thieves Guild uniform, balaclava, or rather that is what he is wearing. And then like a black cloak that the hood is down on, presumably because he's outside.
Yeah.
General like thief black leather armor pajama looking stuff. And so he has the hood down, but he still has the balaclava on. And it's very much like, have you guys ever seen Fat Albert?
Fat Albert?
There's a guy in Fat Albert.
All right.
Who wears a beanie. I'll show you a picture.
I'll look him up so you don't have to move your computer.
I'm trying to think of the Joker's name. I guess it's not really like that at all. All right, never mind. So let me just tell you. Okay, redacted. He's wearing the balaclava is ostensibly like a knitted beanie type affair, with just eyes hole. So there's no like mouth hole. So like he's nice and warm. Like there's no like nose spot or anything like that.
You run in that, you pass out.
Yeah, pretty much. He's probably, at this point, you can imagine he's used to it, but this is the guy that's sort of walking in and crossing the floor.
Which, by the way, did Tavamil ever see his face, or was it always covered?
It was covered the whole time, yeah. You were just talking. The only way that you could tell he cried, you could tell he was crying because you could see his eyes.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it. So, he walks in across the floor. Roll a perception check with disadvantage because you're a sweepy. You're a sweepy baby.
Nat 1.
All right, you fart and it distracts you. As he's walking across the floor, you like sleepy fart and you're about to notice something and then you're too embarrassed about that. And Fingers, but you're kind of like looking up at him.
Yeah.
And Fingers does not even make any kind of indication that he noticed it at all.
Okay.
We'll see if he did. I'm interested. He absolutely noticed it. He noticed it so hard, and he's using all of his willpower to not make jokes about it. So he crosses the floor. He's gonna get right up close to you, and he's doing this slowly. Like it's not fast. I'll let you roll insight to see if you want to see like intentions, if you're interested, or if you're just gonna let him do whatever. That's
I think
also
when
fine.
he gets real close, he like stops rubbing his eyes. He kind of looks at him all wearily, and I think that's when he'll do insight to be like, what the heck?
Okay, go for
Why are you in my personal space? 17.
So you can tell that Fingers is about to do something to you.
I think that he like backs up on the bed and puts his back against the wall and is like, what are you doing? It's fine that you woke me up. I'm sorry.
Fingers is just gonna keep coming towards you, and he's
Bro, what are you doing?
And he is going to reach his hand out. It is a gloved hand, like a leather gloved hand.
Okay.
Reach his hand out. And he's gonna put it on your forehead, and he's doing it with everything else he's done is slow.
Yeah.
This is fast.
Can I try and like block him?
Is that you want to try and block him? Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Would it be like opposed athletics or sleight of hand?
I'm gonna do I'm gonna roll Fingers sleight of hand just because he's doing something with his hands and I like the idea of that being the roll. And you can oppose with. Are you going to try and like physically block him?
Yeah, I'm gonna like swat his hand away.
Athletics. Then.
Okay.
So roll your athletics. What did you get?
19.
You rolled an 18, gets a +9.
Oh my god,
You
who the fuck is this guy, man?
You freaking reach it. You're
We both rolled 18.
Teenage boys never want to be experienced.
Yeah.
Like, do not perceive me. Levels of teenage boys are so high that you clock that something is about to happen to you in that someone is trying to find out something or something.
Yeah.
And all of Ethiod's like brain cells unite together to prevent that from happening.
Yeah.
So you kind of like stick your arm up like you're like, you know that you are gonna knock this dude's arm out of the way.
Yeah.
And you bring your arm up with so much force. Fingers, on the other hand, is reaching quickly.
Yeah.
He reaches his hand out, and you know you're about to make contact, and right before you're about to make contact, Fingers pulls his hand back and sticks it back out. So your arm, as hard as you possibly can, just whiffs through the air and like hits a table or something. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Shit.
Yeah, and you can tell, even though Fingers is busy, that he was like, still got it. He full on just like was just like timing your thing and just went real quick so he could put his hand there. All right, so he's got your hand on your head.
Okay.
If you want, you do not have time to do anything about this. Also,
Okay.
It's already happening.
Yeah.
But you could try and figure out what he's aiming for.
Yeah, I think that he's like, there's only one freaking thing that I don't want him to see, but I don't think that he's necessarily like, he's trying to see it. I think that he's just like, he's doing something weird and he's going to see my secret. So I think that he will roll insight, but I think I'm going to make him roll with disadvantage because he's so concerned about, Mm-hmm. Also, for the audience, he's concerned about people knowing that he's a tiefling because he's part of the Odazir clan, or he was.
Yeah, all tieflings are.
Yes. He was part of the Odazir clan, not anymore, which you'll find out later. But here in Waypoint, tieflings are not very looked well upon.
Yeah, so the Odazir clan, which is a clan of all tieflings, are an expansionist clan that have annexed several They have sold seashells by the seashore. They have annexed several freaking. Oh my god. they have annexed several small settlements that had previously been held by other clans in general throughout the Yennefer archipelago.
Yeah.
And it has been threatening the fringe cities of the Alliance being between the Horavyuk, the Talenti, and the Weftway clan, which is Waypoint Town is within that alliance. So everyone there pretty much does not like the Odazer clan and does not like tieflings. It's sort of like what's their intention? You know, they're dangerous. And this has been going on for a really long time, so there's sort of a general not even just sort of dislike. It would be like if you were a tiefling walking around, they would throw you out.
Yeah.
Like they would be like, you're the enemy. Why are you here to spy on us? Like type situation.
And the Odazer clan is known for being really like ruthless and aggressive too. So there's like that kind of concept of tieflings being like they're dangerous and unpredictable, and you know. Yeah. I got an 11 for my insight.
Cool. So I'm gonna say that you are pretty sure that because the insight is to try and understand what Finger's intentions are. Yeah. You are pretty sure that he is checking to see if you have horns. You are pretty sure that is what's going on. And the reason is because Fingers is not being subtle about it. Like he's like, okay, one side, other side. And this is all like 0.25 seconds that this is happening. So he's like weirdly rubbing your forehead, and you're just like, I think he is. Fingers is gonna pull his hand back. He's gonna take he's gonna take a couple steps back, and then he's just gonna go.
I think that freaking Etheod gets up as he starts laughing and like runs to the door and slams it shut and like puts his back to it, and he's like, "You cannot tell anyone, please." Oh,
you're running to
close the door.
Oh, okay. I thought you were running out the door.
No. So
you're running to shut the door and
yeah,
close
and then like face him, but like blocking the door and being like, You cannot. It's fine. I'm totally fine, man. Yeah. I'm so cool.
Figures is like watching you in like the most amused face that a face has, two eyes have ever shown. Like he's just like full on at this point. He's just like,
man, come on, just say something, please.
Oh, jeez. All right. He's like pinching the bridge of his nose beneath a beanie.
Yeah, freaking Etheod's sweating buckets.
Yeah. Roll a perception check real quick. Okay. Because what you're watching is Fingers kind of just laugh and look some type of way.
Yeah.
Roll perception and insight.
Okay. Perception, I got a nat 1.
Okay, you fart again. Shouldn't have had a bean dinner before I joined the Thieves Guild. Yeah.
And insight is 16.
You can tell that Fingers, he's laughing, and it's not like mirthlessly. Like he's not laughing kind of like in an ironic way.
Okay.
He's laughing because he's so angry that he is trying to create within him a different emotion.
Oh God.
Like you can tell from just the way he's laughing and his motions that he is just so angry.
Freaking Etheod like cowers back a little bit as he realizes this, being like, I fucked up so
in ways that I don't even know. Yeah, so you're just kind of like, mm-hmm. Are you standing in front of the door? Are you kind of near the door?
I'm standing directly in front of the door, and I had like my hands out on each side being like, you cannot leave. And then as I realized that he was angry, they slowly came to my chest. I was like, oh.
Yeah, Fingers is, okay, so Fingers is like still laughing. Mm. I'm not, ha 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 ha, he's laughing. You know what laughing is. He's laughing, and he kind of just like, he like reaches a point where he's like done laughing for a second, he's just like, oh god, all right, real funny. Okay, there's no way I'm doing this. And as he's saying that, he's walking towards you, towards the door.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't look like he's going to push you out of the way. He looks like he is going to walk through you. So you can do what you want about that.
Look, are you fingers? Your fingers the one that's supposed to show me stuff, right? Nobody knows.
He fully, as you are talking,
Yeah.
he is walking towards you.
Yeah.
And as you say these things, his body smashes against you, like trying to get out the door.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna fully be like, no, please, like,
are you gonna try and
pushing
stop him?
away. Yeah,
You're gonna try and stop him?
You cannot
All
tell
right.
anybody. Please, nobody knows
We're
that I'm
gonna
this way, please.
We're gonna roll opposed athletics, which you guys are two little thieves, so don't worry too hard about it. Dude, if Fingers gets like bodied in this role, it's emasculated so hard. All right.
You don't have to worry too hard about that.
Okay. Nat 20. He +3 for what it's worth. Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh my gosh. Well, I guess I know. You're rolling like doo-doo, bro.
I know.
I'm rolling great. Fingers straight up, like, as you go to say these things, it's like in a video game when you both try and take up the same spot as something. Like, as he walks forward, you just move over. Like, you don't try to.
Yeah.
Like, as you go to try and, like, grab him or whatever to stop him, you just can't. Like, you are just over one set of pixels or something. And he grabs a squeaky door handle, pulls the door open, slams it shut, and you hear the door lock.
I didn't even know that it could lock from the outside. Oh, fuck. And he like
That's the funniest reaction to that happening. You're not like, oh, you're just like, oh, the door can lock from the outside. Noted. Freaking D&D player brain.
I think that he like shrinks to the ground, like he just like back against the wall, like shrinks to the ground. He puts his head in his hands. He's like, I'm legit going to die. I'm going to get murdered.
Okay.
Fuck.
So as you're literally, so this is what's going on is you heard Fingers approach, like freaking, regular dude footsteps.
Yeah.
You hear like the loudest sound known to man, like just stomping back down the hallway. Just getting kind of progressively quieter. Your room has no like windows that you would be able to get out of. It has like barred ones, and it's you know that the walls are made of like rock and stuff like that. So the only reason there's windows is because if there was a oil lamp in there or candles, you would suffocate and die. So that can't be. There's like a tube for air to come in, pretty much. So is there anything you would like to do while you hang out here with the door locked for a while?
I think that he like gets up and he's like, well, if I'm going to die, I might as well look presentable. And he like goes and gets dressed and like puts on his like leather armor that he has, and he's like looks at himself in this like dingy like warped mirror, like like a mirror that's not actually made out of mirror, it's just like plastic, kind of
like it, like, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, like prison mirrors.
Yeah. He like looks at that
plastic.
Plastic.
Some medieval plastic.
And I think that he like kind of grabs pieces of his hair that he thinks are too long and just slices them off, like just haphazardly. And then he looks down and he's like, well, this has lasted for a day. I guess that this is not going my way.
So you mentioned something earlier about like tieflings having like all black eyes and stuff like that. And the tieflings in this universe have like eyes that you would be able, like you said that they might look like a snow elves or eyes or something like that. Like yes. like they are you would not be able to tell, just so you are aware.
Yeah.
You would not be able to tell a tiefling from just looking at their eyes.
Okay.
Yeah, you would be able, and it's not even just like, oh, they would be this other thing.
Mm-hmm.
They could be many other races.
Okay.
So you don't have to be concerned about that.
Cool.
Also, if you were going to try and present yourself as another race, you can tell me what eyes that race, like what eyes you would want to have to be that race the most. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because we get to make stuff up because this is our made-up world.
You know?
So yeah. So there's that. So
cool.
yeah, since you're looking at a mirror.
I think that he kind of like, I don't know, he doesn't have a prepared like statement for it. I think that anytime that anyone's like, what race are you? He's just like, I'm an elf. And then he just like, so anyways, what are you?
What's going on with you? Here's your purse back.
Yeah. And I think also he tries, like, he's very bad at it, but he's like trying to hide his accent because it's very like, the Odazzers sound very specific. And so he's toned it down a lot, but it's still like, he's like, I'm very bad at this. W's, I can't, no, fuck.
Oh, no. So you're like looking in the mirror going, hi, my name is Etheod.
Yeah.
That wasn't good.
Hi, my name is Etheod. Fuck, that sounded. Hello, everybody. My name is.
As you are doing this. It's been about 10 minutes of you just, like, messing around and you're, like, doing whatever. Is there anything else you specifically wanted to do? Okay, cool.
Count as change.
Yeah, you're, like, whatever. You're just, like, passing the time in this room. As you are saying, hello, my name is Ethia, whatever.
Yeah.
You hear, coming from the door area, a very loud bang. And you look over.
Yeah.
So, as you look over, you see, as you turn your head, you see the door, like, cartoon style kind of bow as it is flung open with great speed.
He again flips around, puts his back against the wall. He's like,
cool. And you see, like, grabbing the, doorknob, squeaky doorknob, is a beloved hand.
Okay.
That is like shaking on the doorknob.
Okay.
And go ahead and roll perception again. Someday you'll figure it out.
Someday. 9.
Holy crap. All right, never mind. Nothing makes sense.
Hey, maybe I'm blind, maybe that's a character trait.
Maybe you are also an idiot. So
I can't play anything but idiots.
But dummy idiots. Well, Tavamil rolls great.
I know, she's
freaking
insane.
Yeah, Etheod is freaking beefing it hard. Cool. So the door opens, you see this hand kind of shaking, and you're kind of backed up against the door. And as the door, it's like an animation smear. Like the center of the door is moving faster than the other parts of the door. So as it opens, it gets slammed also against the wall. Yeah. And you hear like comic book, like, or like, you know what I'm talking about? Like cartoon sounds of like the plaster getting mad about it. Yeah. And Fingers is back. And you I'm gonna make you roll freaking perception again. Roll perception again.
Okay, 18. Okay.
You can tell, gosh, that's so good. I was like prepared to give you like a flavor of this. You can see that you can only see Fingers' eyeballs. And you can tell that one of them is black now.
Oh, like he got punched?
I don't know. One of them's black now. He opens the door as hard as he can. Yeah. It is unclear even if he unlocked the door before he opened. If it was just pure rage to the door open.
I think Etheod drops to his knees and he's just like head hanging. He's like, if you're going to kill me, just please do it fast. I don't want to suffer.
Shut up.
Yeah.
He shuts the door. And he locks it with a key from the inside. And puts the key back in his pocket. stands at attention, pulls a scroll out of his pocket, and says, "On behalf of the Waypoint Thieves Guild, the Thieves Guild would like to formally welcome you to the Thieves Guild.
What?
I will be your guide through this onboarding process. The first step in the onboarding process is to give you a unique employee identifier, which will be used by your coworkers to identify you for as long as you work for the Waypoint Thieves Guild. For example, mine is insert unique employee identifier here."
Fingers.
No, what?
I
Why do you know? Why do you know? That's not me.
I was told that the person who was going to be in charge of me was named Fingers.
Yeah, that's not me though.
Okay.
Roll a perception check. The DC is 2.
14 plus 1 to 15. Wow, I can do math.
Fingers is wearing a badge on his shirt that's that says Thieves Guild Certified Official Trainer, and it says, "Hello, my name is Fingers."
I think that he looks at that and he's like, in his head, "I'm not going to say anything. I am afraid that I'm going to get decapitated."
It's not.
Okay.
It's
I believe you.
Night Blade.
All right. Can I ask a question?
No.
All right. He like puts his head down. He was like looking up at him. He's still on his knees. He's just like staring up at him, and he's like, "Okay."
Fingers is not very good at being intense.
Yeah.
So he goes, "What was your question?"
I look at him like, "What? Oh, are you going to kill me?"
The Thieves Guild.
All right.
As members of the Thieves Guild, we are not allowed to kill, maim, or in any way injure anyone in the city.
Well, it looks like you're, never mind. And he, looked at his black eye, and he's like,
Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyway.
All right.
Here's yours. And he's gonna reach into one of his 2 gazillion pockets. And we'll see if he remembers where he put it. What is that? 13. I thought it said 22. What the heck? It takes him a minute or so. He's just like, so many pockets in this stupid. Make me look like an idiot. Roll a perception check.
Okay.
The DC is 4.
14.
Okay, you can tell all of a sudden, because you couldn't before, because you're so pee scared. Now you can tell that Fingers is missing some fingers.
He opens his mouth to be like, "Oh, you are also missing appendages."
Yeah.
And then he's like,
What?
"Nope."
He's stops.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You look like you wanted to say something."
"I have nothing to say to master."
What were you looking at?
No. I'm just watching you find my name.
His eyes narrow. He's like, "That's what I thought."
All right.
And then he reaches into his
He's
pocket.
tearing up. He's like,
He reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a little scroll.
Okay.
That has it's a Thieves Guild. Let's get jazzy. It's like an origami bear or something like that.
Makes me French.
Yeah. He pulls out a little origami bear. And he's gonna flick it at you.
Hits his forehead and bounces off.
Yeah.
I was like, may I ask permission to grab it off the floor?
Yes.
Okay.
Granted. Fingers is yeah. This is how you give tough. Permission granted, and that's not my name. But you didn't say it. I said it. Monica said it. Anyway, yeah.
He grabs the thing and he's trying to figure out how to unfold it, and I feel like he rips it accidentally. He's like, I'm sorry. How do you open this?
You just give me that, and he takes it. You put your hand out.
Yeah.
He's gonna snatch it from you. Just and he's like, Yeah, that was good. And then he was like, that was right. He turns around and unfolds it. Okay. And he hands it back to you in half.
Yeah.
And he drops it in front of you and goes, I didn't read it.
Oh.
'Cause you should be the first one.
Oh,
you dumb idiot, you jerk, you dumb jerk.
Jeez. Oh, right. He looks down at it and he's like, Mr. E. My name is Mr. E.
What? He takes it from you again. He's like, it's Mr. E? M-R period E?
Is this because I have a lot of E's in my name?
What? We're gonna see if Fingers gets the joke. You rolled a nat one. Totally, in no way he understands the significance of any of this. So he doesn't know your name.
Oh, okay.
Because he doesn't need to, because you
Yeah.
just got given
I think that
one.
Etheod goes, though. He's like, so my name is Etheod Erkor, and both of it has E's in it, so I think that this is probably
No, but that doesn't make sense. Fingers forgets that he's mad. He said that doesn't make sense because they're always little jokes. Like
do
mine.
Do you not understand?
Huh?
Do you not understand the joke? Wait, what were you going to say? Yours?
Nothing. I wasn't gonna say anything. Fingers,
right.
actually, let me see. Fingers realizes he's wearing a name tag that says, hello, my name is Fingers, and he rips it off and goes, the jig's up! Mine is Fingers because
You're missing fingers, right?
Oh, so okay, cool. So you could already tell. So I'm the butt of this joke.
Well, I mean, it's kind of easy to notice if you're looking at somebody's hands. You know, everybody usually has 5.
He's he doesn't have a first finger on either hand, but he's gonna put a finger in your chest and be like, well, stop looking.
Okay.
He's gonna be like, yeah. But you see, it's a joke, so yours is gonna be a joke, but this doesn't make any sense.
Mystery. M-Y-S-T-E-R-Y. Mystery.
You said a bunch of letters so fast. Listen, it's not important, okay? We'll figure out why it's a joke later, I guess. Listen, I would go ask the big guy, but we're not exactly. Anyway.
I think that in Ethiod's head, he's like, I'm being trained by this guy.
This is the guy I thought he was tough, and now I know he's a freaking dumbass. Cool. So Fingers pulls out the piece of paper again, and he's like, okay, unique employee identifier. Okay. Second order of business. The hazing.
Wait, that hasn't already started yet?
No, what?
Yeah.
You would... you've never been hazed before or something?
I don't.
As you're stammering, Fingers pulls a single orange out of his pocket, pulls his arm back, and throws it as hard as he can at you.
I'm gonna try to catch it.
Okay. We'll do performance.
All right.
I feel I don't know. What do you think?
I feel like either performance or sleight of hand because I'm trying to be quick.
I feel like sleight of hand is you're trying to be sneaky.
That's true.
Too, you know what I mean? Because I don't like athletics for this because it's not like a
acrobatics
feat of strength. Pick performance or acrobatics.
Well, they're the same plus. So.
Oh, okay, perform acrobatics.
And I got a nat 1.
Okay, so I'm not even gonna roll. Well, I'll roll to see if you both do nat ones. Yeah, he didn't. He got a 12. Yeah, so he's gonna hit you square in the chest.
Okay.
So we'll say for your nat 1, you go to catch it.
Yeah.
But you put your arm out to the side. You think it's gonna
Oh, go past me.
Yeah, you only raise your hand up. You don't think about it needing to go. Maybe where orange is gonna go. Even though it's clear that he's gonna throw it at you, you're just catch, and your arm just floats up. Yeah, so it hits you square in the chest.
All right. What?
Third order of
What?
business.
I'm sorry. That was the hazing.
Yeah.
That was it.
Do you want me to throw it again?
No, I mean, I just
Listen,
thought you were
he
gonna be
turns-
more hardcore about
He turns
this.
the piece of paper around. He's like, it just says 1 orange. They only gave me 1 orange.
I'm very confused.
I can throw it again if you want. If you
no,
feel
it's
like
okay.
you're
Can
not
I
getting
eat this? I haven't had anything to eat.
He's gonna take the piece of paper and he's like reading it through, but you can tell that Fingers, he can read, but not that good. Like it takes him. He's sounding like stuff out. And so it takes him a while, and he's just staring at the piece of paper, and the orange is.
Do you need help? I'm very.
No, I got it. I only
Okay.
see. I don't see anything in here about not eating the orange, so you should be good.
Okay.
You should be good to do that.
Thank you.
He's like, he gives you like an eye, and he's like, I'm still mad about that.
I start peeling it.
Third order of business. The uniform.
Yes.
This is the most important part, because of you, because of what you are, because of your whole thing.
Right.
Right. So we gotta
Can I ask you a question?
maybe ask the question, and I'll let you know.
Okay. Why were you so angry? I mean, I know why most people are angry, but you were very angry, but you're still doing this for me.
He's gonna like get up, or say what are you, sitting on the ground or something?
Yeah.
Peeling an orange. Yeah. Fingers is gonna like walk up to you in like a creepy voodoo doll kind of way, and like get up in your face and go, "Don't worry about it."
Right.
What was that?
I just said all right.
All right.
All right.
All right. We understand each other.
Yep.
So as I was saying, uniform.
Yeah.
So, you already got the cool outfit, but I have something that is really gonna come in handy for you.
Right.
You know, and there's only 2, and now I only have 1.
Okay.
So really, I want you to just, take good care of it.
All right.
And he's going to, at your feet, drop a balaclava.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you want me to put this on now?
It's gonna make it hard to eat the orange.
No, yeah.
Yeah. So
Should I not have, well, I guess not.
should you not have what?
I mean, a mouth hole, but, but, I probably shouldn't, because people find my smile creepy.
Probably shouldn't what?
Have a mouth hole on this balaclava.
Me and Fingers both thought you said a mouthful.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I was like, you have a mouthful of orange is what's happening right now. You don't need it. You get used to breathing the warm outside air.
Oh, right.
Listen, let me tell you,
Mm.
it's worth it. And he's gonna give you like a little squinty eyes thing. Go ahead, roll insight.
All right. 6.
Cool. So from your 6, you're like, he's just he's trying to like be nasty towards me type thing. So you already got the rest of this is him, Fingers talking.
Yeah.
You already got the rest of what you need. This is just something else that you will need. And just, everybody here, let me tell you a little something. And he's going to get close to you. He's like, let me tell you a little something about, everybody here already knows, okay?
About what?
About what? About you.
Did you tell them I begged you not to?
Listen, I can assure you that everyone knows, and they already knew.
How did they know?
Actually, I can tell you that I was the only one who didn't know. So,
All right.
what happens is when something interesting happens in the Thieves Guild, everyone knows about it immediately. News travels fast.
Except
okay?
for you.
He's like looks off to the side, and he looks so hurt by you saying that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just was clarifying.
Nope. And he like puts a hand up in front of your face. He's like, nope. It's gone now. I swallowed it into my heart.
Okay. Maybe you should cry more often. Dude.
Everybody else knows things, and then I find out. This is how I find out. This way is how I find out.
Oh, right. That didn't answer my question.
So, everybody here already knows. So
but how did they find out? I was so careful.
The big guy told them, probably.
How did he know?
'Cause I don't know how you got here. All I'm saying is, and Fingers is gonna like get up or like walk away from you and start just like walking back and forth with his arms crossed as I yank the mic cord real hard. He's like, all I'm saying is you don't have to be worried about anything here. Okay? At least not as far as that goes. Wink,
right.
wink, wink. I'm winking. Can you tell?
I'm not very good at it.
Your life is in danger.
All right.
But, okay, maybe they don't know. He's trying to be mysterious. He's like, maybe they don't know. So they know, but like, so you're okay. So you don't have to be scared. But they, just in case they don't know, just mum's the word, okay?
All right.
Right. That way you don't say things to people who don't need to know things, even though they probably already know them. You got me?
Yes, I think.
Okay. You seem like a good listener.
Thanks you.
So that's something else we got to do something about.
What?
That.
What are you talking about?
All of what you're doing.
What?
With your mouth and your vocal cords.
Talking.
Yeah. It's okay. You can talk like how you normally talk. And the reason for that is because nobody here has ever heard anybody from the Odazar clan talk.
Why would you? Do you need to shut up? Don't say. What if somebody was walking past and then they heard you just told me not to say anything that mum's the word, but then you're saying this thing out loud?
Fingers is gonna turn around and walk towards the door.
What are you doing?
He's walking towards the door. He takes the key out of his pocket. He unlocks the door. He opens the door. He sticks his head around the corner and says, "Is there anybody? Hey, everybody, listen up!" He's like banging on the wall.
What are you doing?
Did anybody not know that this guy was a tiefling?
I'm going to kill myself. I think I'm not going to let anybody else do it. I'm just going to do it myself.
I want
dead.
you to. Okay, so I'm saying right now you're freaking out.
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to roll a perception check with disadvantage. The DC is going to be 10.
All right. I rolled a 16 and a nat 20.
Freaking now you're rolling good. So you hear despite your freak out. You hear the banging of fingers on the wall and him going, "Did anybody not know that this guy was a tiefling?" And you hear it's just like a chorus of people go like, "Shut up," like any manner of whatever. And just being like, can you not, like, at the moment he banged on the thing, you hear the like plaster falling.
Yeah.
And just like a bunch of angry thieves are just like, "What are you talking about?" You know, like, "Sure, mate, whatever finger you doing, blah, blah, blah." Gangrene is like, what was his voice? Cockney? I think it was
It was
Cockney.
like a, "What, hello, Master
okay,
Fingers."
good. Yeah. He's just like, "Master Fingers, if you want to get a message around, you can ask me." You know, he's like dusting the same spot he was dusting when Fingers walked in the room. And in that sort of cacophonous, like, the thieves yelling noises, you hear a couple people say, "Of course we know. Everybody knows," you know, all this stuff. And then you hear someone say, "Which one of ya?" And Fingers, it like turns around, walks back in, shuts the door, locks it, and goes, "See, I told you they all already know, and nobody cares here."
What did he mean by which one of you?
When you say that, actually, beep. When you say that, Fingers' eyes are gonna get really big and they're gonna narrow again, and he's gonna just be like, "So you don't have to be worried about it here," and he's fully ignoring your question.
All right, you are not very fond of answering questions.
He's like thinking of it because it's like not the thing he thought you were gonna say next, and so he's like, "No." Yes. Anyway. What I'm trying... So now, do you believe me? Now you don't have to be worried about it here. But maybe still be worried about it. Oh, no.
It looks like he's taken a shower from how much he's been
really sweating this whole time. And yeah, so he's gonna be like, "No, everybody, so you can talk normally, okay? I heard you doing your little shtick in the mirror, and we all know, how what that's about. It's gonna take you a long time to be sounding like me, okay? So just don't worry about it. Just sound like how you normally sound. Nobody here has ever heard anybody."
But what if I'm walking around the city and then if...
What is it about? He's like gonna put his hands on your shoulders and like shake you, and he's gonna be like, "What is it about what I'm saying that doesn't make any sense? Nobody knows what people from the Odazer clan sound like, so you can sound how you sound. They're not gonna know, okay? But if you start saying, then I'm gonna have some explaining to do, okay? What's going on with your trainee? We got a standard to uphold at the Thieves Guild. Okay?
All right.
Look, if they think you sound like you have some kind of weird accent, they start asking questions, just do what I did. Just do what anyone would do in this situation.
What are you talking? Can I roll insight?
Yeah.
16.
When he said that, his eyes got real big again and then small again.
What does his eyes look like? Like what?
What does his eyes look like? They're like turned down at the corners a little bit, so they're like dough-y looking, and they're like they are big, not like big old bug eyes, but like if he was, we don't know anything about Fingers. If he was a human person now, they would be big for like a human.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that he's not necessarily a human, whatever. Yeah. But they are, so they're slightly larger than a actual living, breathing human's eyes are. So he goes, "Just do what other people we tell them to do, and just tell them that you had a peanut butter sandwich."
What?
Just tell them you had a peanut butter sandwich. You got peanut butter in your mouth, and they'll understand.
And does I sound like this?
Yeah.
All right. It is quite exhausting, honestly, to try and talk like other people.
Exactly. So I'm trying to help you out, okay? Because when...
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So, So Fingers is staring at you, and you're staring at Fingers. Roll like an insight. We're rolling lots of insights.
Trying to perceive,
Perceive.
14.
You feel like Fingers is trying to gauge something from what your face looks like right now.
Okay. I think that Etheod's just gonna be like, if you want to ask a question, you can just ask. I'm not, against answering questions, I guess, for you.
Fingers is gonna like scrunch up his nose, which you can only tell because the like scrunches. He's like, "What are you doing here, man?"
What am I doing here?
Yeah.
Do you mean like, why did I come to the Thieves Guild or what?
No, the other thing. Yeah, that.
Well, I didn't know if you were asking about my goals in life or something. People always ask me that because I'm young and, they wish that they still had ambition.
All right. Why don't you answer the question you wish I asked? What are your goals?
I would rather answer the other question.
Fingers is like, all right, forget it. I no longer care.
I'm here because I find it fun. I find thievery fun, and I find conning fun, and I was doing it on my own for a while, and then I stole from the wrong guy, and he brought me here.
Okay, so Fingers is a kind of an idiot.
Yeah.
Like, just in general, like, his whole kind of way. And he got for real friends angry before, and then was trying, it was kind of like flagging a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, it's kind of back. Sort of, kind of, a little bit. And he's looking at you when you're like, you say, I find it fun. And right when you say that, his pupils get really small.
Okay.
Just like pinpoint, like laser pupils.
Yeah.
And as you're kind of saying, like, I find it fun and I was doing, now I'm going to do it here.
Yeah.
He's like, got it. And just like, is like, well, we're going to have some fun this evening. So
right.
Put on your party clothes, and he like gestures to the thingy, and get ready and meet me out here in 10 minutes for the fun.
I can
for all
meet
the
you out
fun
there.
we're gonna have.
Oh, I can't tell if you're making fun of me or not.
He's not. He's like not listening to you. He's like freaking fun.
I can meet you out there right now. You left me in here alone for 10 minutes, so I've basically done everything that I needed to do. My hands are a little sticky though. Can I wash them somewhere?
Yeah. And so he's gonna like take you out. Is there anything you need to get of your like personal belongings?
I have thieves' tools and a burglar's pack. Probably like bring those with me, and I have 2 daggers and 4 darts.
Okay.
I'll bring those. And then, just money and stuff. But I feel like he probably never not has his money on him, because he's like, why would I leave it lying around anywhere where it is specifically called a Thieves Guild?
He never not has it with him. Cool. You and Fingers, he's gonna like, you're like walking out of your room. And as you kind of leave your room, you're like turned kind of into the hallway. Fingers is gonna take out a piece of like parchment or whatever.
Yeah.
And a Sharpie, it matters, a ink-filled writing stick of some description. And he's gonna write your name on the parchment.
Okay.
And he's gonna like shove it into the frame, kind of. So it's like a wooden frame that you could put just a piece of paper in, so it's not like a picture, like a glass frame or something. So before there was just a question mark, so he took that out and put it in. But you could tell that he's writing it like, like when you tell a kid to do something and they do it badly, because they're mad, you can tell that he did that.
Okay.
Like it looks like crap. Like it looks like a baby wrote it while asleep. And he like puts it back in there and gives you kind of like a acerbic look, like he's like, see, look at that.
You need to work on your handwriting.
He's like turns to look at you, and he's like, I did that on purpose.
Oh, okay.
And so you guys keep walking down the thing, and Gangrene is like against the wall, dusting the thing like something's.
Yeah, I think I lock eyes with Gangrene, and my eyes just scream, please save me, I don't know what is happening.
Yeah, he gives you like a thumbs up, and there's like a chunk out of his thumb.
Why is everyone missing appendages here?
He's ignoring your question because he's too busy wanting to burn the place to the ground. So you're walking the opposite way down the hallway that you were walking to. So you're moving kind of from like the dormitory, like stone bridgey, inside-y part, to a more sort of like shared like common room type space. So there's like thieves that are, because it's like thieves, so they're like dirty, and they're playing like cards or whatever, like a couple guys playing cards at a table and whatever. And as you're kind of moving through this space, people drinking, sludge, whatever, like thick brown hot whatever.
Yeah.
And they see you kind of moving through here. Roll a perception check.
Okay. 3.
You are too busy being upset. Or
yeah,
whatever.
I feel like my head is like hanging down and I'm staring at my feet and just following fingers.
Yeah, you like see him like walking dejectedly in front of you. Also, and so so you're walking kind of through this like common room type spot. Mm-hmm. And as you go through there, you just primarily see the floor. And you're gonna walk into this. There's like a in the Thieves Guild kind of building. It's underground, primarily, but there's a component. It has like a storefront also.
Okay.
There's a component where it's like someone could go in to request something to be stolen, like a citizen or something like that.
Okay.
And it's not against the law to do that.
Steal?
It's against the law to steal, but it's not against the law to have... They wouldn't get in trouble for, like, hiring a thief. The thief would get in trouble for stealing. Yeah. So it's like...
But they'd have to prove that it was stolen by them, kind of thing? Like...
Yeah, oh no, like, even then, like, if because it's like, in this town...
Yeah.
It's sort of like an art form thievery. So it's like if the thief doesn't steal well enough, then it's the thief's fault for not stealing well enough type situation. I mean, it's a little like cartoony and fun. It's not like, this is a real justice system we should predicate our society on. But just so you have like an idea of like that's what it looks like. It's underground. There's an underground component, and then it's kind of like it's like the iceberg that sank the Titanic. It's like the tip is the little storefront, and then underneath is this like deep kind of complex.
Okay.
So Fingers is just guiding you through a series of complicated hallways, and every once in a while you hear like the bird, you hear him like take out a piece of paper from his pocket. It's like the bird flies backwards. Was that not it? Okay. The rain in Spain falls main. Okay, was that one? Okay, cool, great, thanks. And he like, door like click, it opens. Like that happens a few times. And you walk up to a desk, and Fingers is gonna take a piece of paper from the person at the desk. Mm-hmm. And he looks at it and says, "Okay, so." We have 2 other spots that we're supposed to hit tonight before the ball.
Wait, I don't know anything about what we're doing. Is this, are we going on jobs?
Yeah, we're gonna go steal. What did you think we were gonna be doing?
More oranges, I don't know.
Oh, well, I mean, we can get to that later. Keep going like we've been going, and there will be many more oranges where that came from. But we need to, test out your skills. I mean, basically, all I heard about you from the big guy is that you have some prior experience. Not specifically what it was, but we gotta, make sure you're up to the Thieves Guild standard, And we're gonna show you the way that we kind of do things around here. So,
all right.
Yeah, we gotta get you all warmed up before the big night. And then, once that's done, we'll come back here and crash and then wake up and then do it all over again the next day.
You sound quite happy about that.
I'm overjoyed. So as I was saying, we have 2 other spots we're supposed to hit tonight before the ball. There's a ball tonight. It's for the rich people. We're gonna go to the ball and, snatch up some jewels or whatever.
Are we going to go as people attending, like undercover?
What? No, we're gonna sneak in.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. I mean,
Man, I thought you would have, I guess you're newer to this than I thought. Or maybe...
No, I'm just very good at disguising myself.
Okay, so you kind of have like a different technique?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll see how that works out for you. So we have 2 other spots we're supposed to hit tonight before the ball.
Right.
But before we do that, he rolls his eyes and looks up like through a slat in the floor, because you're still underground. There's like perfectly right through there. There's like a little crack in the floor, and it leads just straight up through a window, so you can see to the outside from underground. And then right through there, you can kind of tell, even though you're not in the exact right spot, there's a giant sundial outside. So he's looking at the clock. And he's just like, yeah, I meant to do this before I had to come get you, but stuff takes longer than you think it's gonna take. So we have like something we have to do before we go do the other things. So
Okay.
he like folds up the piece of paper, puts it in his pocket, and he goes, just stay close and be cool.
All right.
All right.
Should I wear this now? And he like holds up the baklava thing, or the face mask thing.
Balaclava.
Balaclava.
Baklava is a delicious Greek dessert.
He holds up a delicious dessert. Should I smear this on my face now?
Yeah,
or?
that's what you want to do. So when you put on your kind of thief outfit, what there's a cloak component. Was that up at all while you were walking through the hallway?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, cool. So so you're like head out, face out, but you just don't have the balaclava. I was about to call it balaclava on.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So he's like, oh, absolutely, for certain. Yeah, you should do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're not going to look suspicious walking around the city with a full face mask on.
He like sidles up next to you and kind of elbows you, and he's like, hey man, you're with me, okay?
Okay.
Everything's gonna be aces. Everything's gonna be hunky-dory. It's not like I don't do this literally every day. Okay.
Are
like
you
I
missing
said,
fingers because people caught?
Say it again. He's like stomp his foot and like stuff shakes. He's like, say it again. Say it one more time. Huh? My name's Fingers. I'm missing fingers. Is that funny? Is that funny to other
No,
people?
it is not.
Everyone thinks it's funny?
I'm just wondering if it's because you got caught before.
No, it's because none of your business. He was like fully about to tell you.
Yeah.
Like he was fully not.
I'll tell you why I'm missing my horns if you tell me why you're missing fingers.
I know why. Okay, so like, this is a public spot.
Yeah.
There are other thieves doing other stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of around, like filing thief paperwork. You're basically because like now that you're looking up and around, you're basically at like the library.
Yeah.
It looks like. But instead of like you're checking out books, it's like it's more like a ticket office in like a subway. So basically what's happening is that Fingers came here to get his assignment for the evening. So that's why he's like, okay, I got this piece of paper from the from the thief clerk.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go do what our job is tonight.
Okay.
So that's what's going on. So this is the caliber of location you're having this conversation.
Okay.
There's like other people at first, right when Fingers were like, say it again or whatever, you like everyone's kind of like, oh, okay, popping off over there. And then when you're like, oh, what did you say? I'll tell you why I cut my horns off.
No, I'll tell you why I'm missing my horns if you tell me why you're missing your fingers.
Right when you say that, he's like, let's just say, ooh, I know. Let's just say all of our life stories right now in front of everybody.
He like looks around. He's like,
yeah, big old. He's like got big old like angry eyeballs, but they're like puppy dog eyeballs because they're like droopy, kind of down and big.
Yeah.
So he's like trying to look angry, and he naturally doesn't look angry. But like right when he's like, ooh, just tell real life stories. When you were talking about like, well, I'll tell you why you're missing fingers or something like that. Someone goes, fingers. And he's just like, oh, he's just like, he's gonna like grab you by the back of your cloak and like push you forward unless you try to do something about it.
No, I do think that when the guy laughs at Fingers, I think I like look at that guy and I give him like the most like you shut the fuck up look. Like I want to try to intimidate that guy just with like a look in my eyes.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you roll intimidate?
That one.
You rip the loudest, smelliest fart you have ever ripped in your entire life. So you turn to give this guy like a patented tiefling like mean mug.
Yeah.
And as you turn your head, the moment you start turning your head till the moment you finish, the fart lasts for that long. So it's just like you turn your head.
And I think I go, and that was for you, and then I like run.
Yeah, and Fingers, you can't see his face, but you can see all the blood drain from his face. Like he's just like, this is the worst moment of my entire life. And there have been some really bad moments in my life. So yeah, he's gonna like ball up the back of your cloak and just like march you down another kind of series of pathways. And he's also like going like because he's trying not to breathe in through his nose. He can't breathe that good, and so he's like, gosh, I really gotta like ration this oxygen or I'm gonna pass out. So he's marching down another kind of series of pathways. So this has gone from sort of like dormitory complex to the like customer facing side of the universe. Like you're basically right before that spot to now you're not even really part of the Thieves Guild. You're just in like a series of underground tunnels.
Okay.
To kind of like get to you're going somewhere basically wherever Fingers said we have something an errand to take care of first. And so he's like silently marching you. He's like not letting go of the back of your thing. And he's just kind of like silently marching you down the thing. And he goes, it was an accident.
What was an accident?
You asked me.
Oh.
Forget it.
You think I...
Yeah, it was an accident.
Mine wasn't.
I think it would be hard for you to accidentally cut off your horns. It's like a tube of earth.
Yeah.
And there's like roots and like the only reason you can see is because there's like the world's most sad looking like oil lamp kind of pathway. And you hear like water dripping, rats, like rat noises as you're having this conversation.
I didn't do it myself.
Oh, you kind of feel the like grip get different. Not even tighter or looser, just like he's like readjusting it.
Yes. Forget it. It's fine.
There's like a moment of kind of silence, and he was like, "Do they cut your horns off?"
My parents had to. Hey, this is getting kind of...
This is getting kind of heavy, dude.
I don't, So, you got any hobbies?
Why did your parents have to cut your horns off? He's like, it went from like walk and stop farting grip on the back of your thing to like just different, and now it's like he's like holding on to your shirt because he forgot to take his hand off. Yeah, so he's like, why did they make you cut your horns off?
I think I kind of want to make him roll a like constitution check to see if he like kind of starts crying a little bit, like remembering how that was, like, because he wants to keep it together.
Oh, you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? And I got you. Yeah, go for it. What's the DC?
I think I'll just make it 10, so 50-50, whether or not he keeps it together. Because it's been like a
Is
while.
higher keeping it together, or like 10 and down, or?
I think higher's keeping it together.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
8.
Okay.
I think that he starts tearing up, and it's enough that like tears are going down his face, but he's like facing the other way, so he's like, maybe I can play this off.
Okay, no one's good. No.
And he's like, my clan made them do it, but I think that they also wanted to as well. I stole an apple from the market, and I didn't do it well. Yep.
And they cut your horns off?
Yes. It's do you know anything about the Odazer clan or tieflings or anything really about it?
Fingers is gonna like be quiet for a minute
Mm-hmm.
and then go, no, I don't.
If ever since the war, people, it got a lot more strict, I guess, and as a sentiment to the clan and being a part of it, they started exiling a bunch of people if they did something wrong, and if you were exiled, they cut off the thing that made you noticeable as a tiefling. As, you know, the sentiment of you are not one of us anymore.
So is that he like could tell that you're about to say something, and so he immediately shuts up?
But you know, it's been like I'm 16, like 6 years now, so it's like fine, and like
You're 16.
No, I'm
Oh my gosh! And
26.
he's like, that's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
It's not. I think he like stops while he turns around, and he's like, "It's not that. It's really not. I mean, it's fine. Like, you know."
Fingers is like crying.
Yeah, you
like,
can see. I think that he can see now too that he has like red eyes from crying.
I love the idea that neither character's voice is in any way affected by the fact that you are full out sobbing. Like Fingers is just like, oh my gosh, and he's just like cartoon like waterfalls down his face. He's like, oh my gosh, that's the saddest thing.
It's I mean, it's like really.
Oh
really,
jeez.
Hey man, It's cool.
I really wish I hadn't. You just started talking, and then I was really curious, and I'm really sorry.
It's fine.
I just, like, I just wanted you to know that I can, I just wanted you to, you asked first.
What?
You said, you asked me about my thing first, and now we're sad.
So it's my fault?
Yeah, or else I wouldn't have told you, or you wouldn't have told me. I wouldn't have had to feel bad now.
Man, what the hell is wrong with you? I thought that we were getting somewhere.
What's wrong? What's wrong with me? You asked me about that. You told.
I think that he like pushes him and then turns and walks down the thing. He's like, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's fine. And it happened 6 years ago, and now you know that. You didn't before, and now you know. And it's fine.
What, does he just like keep walking the
Yeah.
way we were supposed to be walking?
Yeah.
I feel like Fingers when you like kind of push him against the wall, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna make you roll for it. Yeah, I am. Roll athletics.
Okay.
See what he does as a result.
6.
All right. Fingers rolled an 18. So you go to push him and you push your own self backwards. You're like, whatever, man, and you push your own self backwards. You can do the rest of the thing you wanted to do. So as we are now, Fingers is just sort of standing bereft in this tube while you're walking away, having tried to push him and failed. And he's gonna look at you kind of as you walk away and go, well, do you think they're bad? He sounds like a little kid. Like, he like sounds like a little kid.
I think that he stops walking and he doesn't turn around though, and he's like, do I think who's bad?
The clan.
The Odaza clan?
Yeah.
I don't know what I think. I don't know if... I don't think that I am bad. And I came from that clan. So there must be other people who aren't. But I could not tell if my parents wanted to take part or not. So I think that that is crucial information to know whether or not the Odaza clan is bad, if they forced my parents to do something they didn't want to do, or if it's just that my family didn't like me all that much. And I think he turns around and he looks at me, he's like, why do you care?
And Fingers is like, he's like moving his head around and like, like trying to, I think it's like he's trying to come up with how he wants to phrase what he's going to say next. So he's just like moving around a lot. And he's like, you don't think you're bad?
I'd like to think that I'm not.
But you like stealing.
Everybody has vices, don't they? Somebody likes drinking and they're an alcoholic, but that doesn't mean that they're a bad person.
He like looks into the middle distance and he's like, vices. Well, what makes you bad then? And he's, as he like says that, he's like, he has like a cloak on and it's like over his head. He's like takes his cloak kind of down. He's like, what makes someone bad then?
Wanting to hurt others. I think. I don't think that wanting to hurt others is inherently bad. I think that, you know, you get mad at somebody and then you want to punch them, but I don't think that makes you a bad person. I think forcing others to want to... He's like mulling it around his head because he's like,
He's like, I'm 16 years old and I don't know the answer. Why is this presumably older guy like asking me
what I think makes somebody bad?
I
think it's like forcing others to hurt others, I think, is bad. That makes you bad. I think the people in charge are bad because they have been forcing others to hurt others. The war is just that, isn't it not? No, I don't know. I mean, I haven't really thought about this. Why are you so interested?
Fingers is like looking kind of at you, but like not at you, as like two puzzle pieces are like not quite connecting. And he's like, well, I think the Odaza clan is bad.
Okay.
And I don't know what I think about you.
All right.
And he just like turns.
Do you think that you are bad? Gotta roll.
Sheet up real quick. He like, when you say that, he stops dead in his tracks.
Yeah.
And like doesn't move at all.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna, oh gosh, he's gonna grab the front of the balaclava and he's gonna yank it off his head. And that's where we're gonna end this episode.
Dude, are you fucking kidding me?
I just want you to know, I fully did not expect any of this to go in this way at all. None of this did I expect to happen. So,
Bro.
I didn't plan any part of this. The parts that I planned about this are you're a thief and there's an onboarding process. Like, that is what I planned about this.
Dude, this is like, hey, welcome to another funny episode. Hey, have you ever thought about if you're a bad person?
And I didn't think this would go to where this went to.
Welcome to serious episode galore, man.
Yeah.
Holy heck.
Yeah, jeepers. Someday we'll do some combat, I guess. Every time I'm like, and then we'll do combat, we like not have enough time for it.
Oh, so. You know what? I love friggin' stories.
Yeah.
Oof.
I mean, to TBQH.
TBQ.
I'm trying to do, to be quite honest.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm a zoomer and we say stuff like that. When I am in the mood for combat, I am really, unless something genuinely ridiculously, clutch or whatever happens,
mm-hmm.
I would much rather be in the combat than listen to people go, and then I roll.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, frankly, I think that I'm sure there's a way you can do it in an interesting way, but as a new DM, we're getting there. But I have it planned. It's just every time I go to do it, you decide that we're gonna cry in a whole way.
I'm just too good at this. All right, guys. Bye. See you in the next episode.
All right, guys. Bye. See you in the next episode.